Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the Reds and the Braves. Can the Braves win this game and avoid the sweep? We got leading off for the visiting Cincinnati Reds playing third base, Pete Rose. Batting second, playing right field, Griffey. Batting third, playing shortstops, Concepcion. Batting fourth, playing left field, Foster. Batting fifth, playing first base is Dreesen. Batting sixth, playing center field is Lum. Batting seventh, playing second base is Kennedy. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Warner. And batting ninth and on the mound is Tom Seaver. Take a look at the Atlanta Braves starting lineup now. Leading off for the home team, we got Jerry Royster playing second, batting second, playing center field, Asselton. Batting, we're going to change this lineup. We're going to change the lineup here. We're going to move Biff down to fifth. Sorry about that. Thought I already did it. And we're moving Matthews up to third. So leading off, like I say, is Royster playing second, batting second, playing center field is Asselton. Batting third, playing right field is Matthews. Batting fourth, playing left field is Burris. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Pokeroba. Batting sixth, playing first base is Murphy. Batting seventh, playing third base is Bunnell. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Cheney. And batting ninth and doing the pitching for the Braves is Dick Ruthven. Let's get down here to Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium and get this game going. And as you can see, after this game, Atlanta goes on the road to take on the Chicago Cubs for 3 games. And then after playing in Chicago, they're going to go to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. But leading off here today in Atlanta, you got Rose batting .330 for the Reds, 2 homers and 22 RBIs. Dick Ruthven, his 11th start for the Braves. He is 5-4 and with a 2.06 ERA. Excuse me. And here's the pitch to Rose. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Pete out for out number 1. And Griffey comes to the plate now, batting .297, 2 homers and 17 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Royster. He's up with it, fires over to first. And that'll be 2 quick outs here in the top of the first. And Davey Concepcion comes to the plate. Concepcion's batting .283. He's got a homer and 18 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. 1, 2, 3 goes the Reds. Reds nothing. Braves coming to bat with Royster, Asselton, and Matthews. Jerry's batting .304 in the year, no homers and 15 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Seaver strikes out Royster for out number 1. And you can see the team comparisons here. The Reds are 22-26, batting .258 with a .331 on base percentage, slugging .384 and a .715, and that's a big number in Atlanta, .715 OPS. I wonder why that's such a big number. Some guy named Hank Aaron. And the record for the Braves is 17-27, batting .255 with a .322 on base, slugging .398 and a .720 OPS. And up to the plate now is Brian Asselton. Now, we forgot to talk about Tom Seaver. This is his 12th game. He's 2-4 with a 3.38 ERA. And here's the pitch to Asselton. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Rose. He fires across the diamond for out number 2. And Aaron Reed joins us here. Yeah, Aaron, give me a second here. And now we got the Sarge due up here. Matthews is batting .213. He's got 2 homers and 7 RBIs. Matthews, and that's going to be a ground ball down to Concepcion. And that'll be out number 3. 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. We go to the top of the second. It's still a nothing ball game. And now we got Farr, Dreesen, and Lum due up here. There's Aaron Reed.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Don't think I'm missing a Reds Braves game.
I hear you. And George is batting a .303 on the year, leading the National League with 13 homers and 48 RBIs.
Paging Mr. Foster.
And here's the pitch. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Brian Asselton makes the catch, and that'll be a quick out here in the top of the second. There we go. And that'll bring up Mr. Dreesen. And Dreesen's batting .224 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 17 RBIs and limited play here.
Not exactly a power threat.
What's that?
Not exactly a power threat.
Yeah, but in 78, that ain't bad. 20 home runs and so in 78. He had 16. You figure most of them, I think it was 40.
All right.
Yeah, that led the league, I think, with 40 or 41, I think, led the league. Let's see here. Against the righty, that's going to be a 7. That's going to be a -3 and 8. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out.
3.
We're out number 2 here in the top of the second. That's going to bring up Mike Lum. And Lum's batting .286 on the year. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. And Dick mows him down in the second. We get to the bottom of the second. We got Burris, Takaroba, and Murph. And Jeff is batting .292.
Jeff Burrows.
5 homers and 26 home runs on the year. Here's the pitch to Jeff. And he gets a hold of this one. That ball is high. That ball is far.
May be gone.
Forget about it.
See ya.
And it's actually a 1-0 ball game here. Seaver gives up the homer. He must have gave up quite a few that year with an L out there. That brings up old Biff Pocoroba, batting .290 on the year. 5 homers and 15 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Biff. And that's going to be a deep fly ball to center field, but Mike Lum's out there, makes the catch for out number 1. And here comes the Murph. And Murph is only batting .218, but he's got 10 homers on the year and 19 RBIs. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Kennedy calls for it and makes the catch. So Tom's rebounded from that leadoff homer. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Barry Bonnell. And Barry's batting .248. He's got no homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be another pop-up. This one down the short. And that'll end the inning. But the Braves score 1 on the homer and lead this game 1-0 as we go to the top of the third. We got the bottom part of the order due up there. Kennedy, Warner, and Seaver. And Kennedy's batting .323 on the year, no homers and an RBI.
Junior Kennedy.
Correct. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. I think that's 3 strikeouts in a row there for Dick.
3, yeah.
Yeah. And now you got Don Warner up batting a .191. He's got no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Matthews makes the catch for out number 2. Finally, somebody puts some bit on the ball.
Puts the bat on the ball, yeah.
And now you got Tom Seaver up, only batting .087 on the year, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher's mound over to Murph. And that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Reds. To the bottom of the third we go. And the bottom part of the order due up here for the Braves. Cheney, Ruthven, and Mr. Royster's up. And you got the Cincinnati Reds have struck out 383 times. They've walked 254, hit 130 doubles and 14 triples. The Braves have struck out 304 times, walked 188, hit 79 doubles and 28 triples.
Damn. Is this statistics according to your actual season, or is this the IRL statistics?
This is what's going on in the replay.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead. You just roll. Go ahead.
Yep, not a problem, buddy.
Yeah.
That's going to be against the righty 15. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Griffey makes the catch for out number 1. And that brings up old Dick Ruthven. And Dick's batting 273. He's a fucking hitting machine so far.
You don't have Dick for much longer, do you? Get Garber.
2 more starts.
Wait, that didn't sound right, but you get my point.
Yeah. Old Gene Garber comes to town.
Yeah, Garber comes in.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that part of it. Going to miss the starting pitching now.
Yeah.
And Dick's batting, like I say, 273, no homers and 2 RBI. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a base hit because we don't need no stinking
Don't need
DH
no
in the
stinking
left
DH.
field. And he's aboard here with 1 out.
By the way, your check's in the mail, Dwayne.
I hear you, buddy. I hear
You
you.
need to trademark that shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I actually mean it. I don't like the DH, but it's here to stay now forever.
Royster. Here's Royster.
And Jerry's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to George in left field for out number 2. So it's up to Mr. Asselton. Can he do something here with a runner on at first and 2 outs? He grounded out to Rose his first time up. And that's going to be another fly ball to left and another out.
That's enough.
Braves strand 1 to the top of the 4th we go.
We
got the top of the order due up here for the Reds. Rose, Griffey, and Concepcion due up here.
I guess
And Rose struck out his first time up.
I guess Bench and maybe Morgan have taken the day off, whatever it is. They're not playing.
Bench hasn't played this whole series, so I'm thinking that he might have been nicked up at this time of year. He's on the roster, but he hasn't played. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So that's what I'm figuring. Like I say, that he was nicked up. I know here in a little bit they actually do put him on the IR. So
Injured reserves.
Here's the pitch to Rose, and he gets a hold of this old feet. How far is this one going to travel? That ball is driven into the gap in right field, a leadoff double. And the Rose down at second. Tying run down there for Griffey.
The hit king does it
Dick
again.
Pitch around this. Griffey grounded out to second his first time up. Here's the pitch to Ken. And that ball is tagged too.
Oh,
and all
boy.
of a sudden, Ruthven's having a hell of a mess here in the 4th. And that ball is also hitting to the gap. This one in the left center field.
Tie
That's
game.
going to be an RBI double. And ties this game up is correct.
Snake eyes.
1 apiece. And now you got Concepcion up back-to-back doubles. And Davies 0 for 1. He grounded out to short his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. It might even be a pop-up. That's going to be a line drive down to second. And let's see, is he a PR? No. The runner gets back. And that'll be out number 1. And George Foster's up now. And George is 0 for 1. He flew out the center field his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. A big strike out there. That's Dick's 5th strikeout of the game.
5 strikeouts for Dick.
Yeah. And now we got old Dan Dreesen struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the righty. 8. And that is going to be a ground ball down the second. Royster, nice play down there. Flips it over to Murph. And that ends the inning. But the Reds with back-to-back doubles tied this game up at 1 apiece. We got the big boys due up here for the Braves. Matthews, Burris, and Pokerova. And Gary is 0 for 1. He's starting to struggle ever since he came back off that IR. And he grounded out the short his first time up today. And maybe that was a reverse jinx because that ball was blasted into right field. Let's see how far that ball is going to go. That'll be against a righty 19. And no, that's not going to be a homer. That's going to be a double into the gap in right field. So the Braves get the leadoff batter in scoring position. And up to the plate steps Jeff Burris. See if Jeff can drive him in here and give the Braves a lead. He hit the homer back in the second. Here's the pitch to Jeff. And he gets a hold of this one again.
He may have done it again.
Let's see how far this one goes. And that ball is driven into the gap. Let's see, against I don't think there's any L's on there. No. So that's going to be a double in the left field. That's back-to-back doubles for the Braves. And now it's a 2-1 ball game. And a runner still down at second and nobody out for Pokerova. Biff flew out to center his first time up. He'd get a single here. Where Burrs' speed will probably take a double. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mike Lum in center field. Jeff will stay put for out number 1.
I don't want to.
You got the mighty Murph.
I don't want to keep correcting. I don't want to keep correcting y'all. It's Burrows.
Alrighty, thank you, buddy.
It's Burrows. I don't mean to keep correcting you all the time, but it's Burrows, not Burris.
Alright, thank you, buddy.
Although you could take your pick, but yeah, go ahead.
Murphy, and Murph, he's 0 for 1. He popped up to second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And the runner's going to stay put. He fires over to first for out number 2. And now there's 2 outs and a runner still down at second. And let's see if old Benell Barry can do some damage here with 2 outs. He popped up the short his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down to Concepcion. He fires over to first. And that'll end the inning. But the Braves with back-to-back doubles take a 2-1 lead into the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Perez was an Expo at the time. I was just looking at it.
What's that?
Tony Perez. He was an Expo.
Yeah, he was with Montreal. Yep, exactly.
That's why Dreesen's got the job at first.
Yep. Oh, it's Dreesen and I forget who else is platooning over there. Pete Rose plays over there some. And, yeah, they put a bunch of different people over at first.
I mean,
Spellman.
Yeah. Have you played the Expos? Yeah, I'm sure you have.
No, haven't played them yet.
Not yet.
No. And you got Lum, Kennedy, and Warner due up here. Lum struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Barry throws it over to Murph for out number 1. And we got Mr. Kennedy up now. And Kennedy struck out his first time up. And that's going to be another strikeout. So that's 2 strikeouts for Kennedy, and that is 6 for the game. And now you got Warner up. He flew out to Matthews his first time up. And that ball is hit into left field. Let's see here. Might not be hit in the left field. That ball is going to be hit into, in the left field, and Burris makes the catch. So that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the Reds. To the bottom of the 5th we go. And the bottom part of the order due up here again for the Braves. Cheney, Ruthven, and then back to the top of the order, and Mr. Royster. And Daryl Cheney is 0 for 1. He flew out to Griffey his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls, and the Braves will take it. And Cheney walks down to first. And Dick's going to try to lay down a bunt here and get him in scoring position. He did single his last time up, though. And that's going to be 2 strikes. He misses 2 attempts to bunt. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Bunt still on. And that's going to be bunted down to first. And the only play is the first with Kennedy covering. And that'll be out number 1. So the runner's in scoring position now with 1 out. Back to the top of the order, and Jerry Royster. And Jerry's 0 for 2, struck out and flown out the left. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Griffey's got a cannon out there, and I don't think you're going to chance it. He's already in scoring position, so that'll be out number 2. So it's going to be up to Asselman here to do some damage with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. He's grounded out and flown out. And he pays off. That ball is well hit. See where this one lands at. And that's going to be a drive in the left field. That'll score another one, and the Braves now lead 3-1. And now you got Brian down there at second. Sarge, Gary Matthews up, and can he start hitting
for the Sarge?
He did double and come in to score as we drop the buttons and make this an official game.
When did that become a rule?
Oh, it never fails. At least drop 1 dice a game.
Is it not official if you don't drop a dice?
Yeah, it's not official game. Something didn't go right. Yeah. On Matthews, he's 1 for 2. Like I say, he doubled and came around the score in the 4th. And that could be a base hit here against the righty at 19. And nope, that's going to be a ground ball back to Seavers. Tom fires over to first, and that'll end the inning. But the Braves score 1 and lead this game 3-2 to the top of the 6th we go. Bottom part of the order due up here. You got Seaver, and then it turns over to Rose and Griffey. And Tom Terrific's 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to his counterpart. His first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down the Cheney at short. Fires over to Murph. That's 1 up and 1 down. Here comes Charlie Hustle. Pete Rose is 1 for 2. He doubled and came around the score in the 4th. Struck out in the 1st. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. He strikes Pete out for the 2nd time.
Damn.
2 quick outs here in the 6th.
He's mowing him down right now.
Yeah, that's his 7th strikeout, if I remember right. Yep, 7th strikeout. And Griffey's 1 for 2. He had that RBI double back in the 4th. And that's going to be a fly ball out to the left. And that'll do it. The Reds go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th. And we got Burris, Pocoroba, and the Murph due up. And Jeff's a perfect 2 for 2. 2 RBIs, a RBI double, and a homer. And here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Concepcion over to first, and that's out number 1. And now you got Biff up, and Biff is 0 for 2. He's flown out the center both times. And not this time. This ball is well struck. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field off the wall. And Biff standing
a lot of gap jobs in this game.
What's that?
A lot of gap jobs in this game.
Yes, it is. A lot of doubles. You're right. By both teams. Normally it's back-to-back doubles. Let's see if that stays. Murph's 0 for 2. He has popped up and grounded out to short. Let's see if Murph can hit a double here and drive in another run. And nope, that's a swing and a miss. Tom strikes him out for out number 2. That's only Tom's 2nd strikeout of the game. Barry Bonnell's up now. He's popped up and grounded out to short. And that's going to be against the righty of 15. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Let's see if he's going to be able to score on this. George has got a damn good arm out there. And Pocoroba doesn't have great speed, but there is 2 outs. And that was a 9. Yeah. That'll be
I say send them. Send them. Let them try.
Exactly. That'll be a 53 minus a 32 plus a 6. So a 27. That'll be a 27. That'll be a 53 or lower. 53 or lower, and he scores from 2nd. And he is out of there.
Out.
And he's jumping up. Biff swears he slid underneath that tag.
He's like
53 or lower. He's safe. Like he gets a 54. And that'll be an RBI. Be a single and an out. And that'll end the inning, folks. Fly ball out to Foster, drops in there, and then he throws Biff out at the plate. So the Braves leave one on. We go to the top of the seventh. This is still a 3-1 ball game. You got Concepcion, Foster, and Dreesen up here. And Davies over 2. He's grounded out and lined out to second. And let's see here what's going to happen with that.
He's moving awful fast for a dice game.
Yeah, there's not much hitting. It don't
Not a lot of
take
hitting
long.
going on.
Yeah, don't take long, that's for sure. Davey is ready, and here's the pitch, and that's going to be against the righty, 18. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Cheney makes a nice play, scoops it up, fires over to first, and gets Concepcion for out number 1. George has been quiet in this series. I shouldn't say nothing. The Reds have won both games, but he hasn't done much. He's flown out and struck out in this game. And that's going to be a comebacker. Dick's got it, fires over to first, and that is out number 2. Now you got the Cobra Dreesen up, and he's 0 for 2. He struck out and grounded out the second.
The Cobra.
And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And another nice play by Cheney. That was a difficult play. Makes it look easy. Fires over to first. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 7th inning stretch. 3-1 Braves. And we got Cheney, Dick Reuben, and Jerry Royster due up here. Cheney's 0 for 1. He did walk and come around the score, though, back in the 5th. What's that?
Daryl, Dick, and Jerry. Sounds like a cartoon.
Yep. And the Reds' upcoming schedule, they leave Atlanta, go back to Cincinnati to take on the Pirates for 3, and then they're back on the road to take on St. Louis.
Damn.
And here's the pitch
Go
from
three, go back on the road again.
Yeah, only a one series, and they're back on the road, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Cheney out for out number 1. And Dick's going to grab a bat with a 2-run lead. They're going to let him keep pitching. He's pitched a 2-hit, 1-run game, and he is 1 for 1. He's singled in the 3rd and had a sacrifice bunt in the 5th. And can he do it again? That is the question. That'll be a 8. And that's going to be a -4 from that. So 9. Nope, not this time. That's going to be a pop-up down the short. And they get him. Dick gets under that one just a bit. Now there's 2 outs, and Jerry Royster's at the plate. And Royster's 0 for 3. He struck out and flown out twice. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. He'll take it himself, and that ends the inning. The Braves go down in order. To the top of the 8th we go. You got Lum, Kennedy, and Warner due up here in the top of the 8th. Mike's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center. Brian's got it for out number 1. And Mr. Kennedy's up now. And he is struck out twice. Can he get the hat trick here today, Braves? And nope, he's going to put that ball on the ground down the second. Over to first for out number 2.
Damn.
So it's up to Mr. Warner here to get on base.
In the big red machine today.
No, but they've been scoring in bunches, so I ain't that confident. And
no, I'm talking about today. I mean, the other games are like you've had 2 in Atlanta here, and they've had some offense there, but today there's like nothing.
Right, correct. But like I say, they've scored in bunches, so I'm not saying anything.
Don't jinx it, but go ahead.
Yeah, they've scored 4 or 5 runs in quite a few innings. Yeah.
Carry on. Go ahead.
Warner's 0 for 2. He's flown out the right and left. And he says, why not give center a try? But Brian says he's flown out there. So he's flown out the all 3 outfields, and that's going to end the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tom Seaver's due up first in the top of the 9th. They're going to try to get him through this 8th inning here. And he's got Asselton, Matthews, and Burris, 2, 3, 4 hitters. Brian's 1 for 3 with an RBI double back in the 5th. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right. Griffey's got it. That'll be out number 1. And up to the plate now is the Sarge, Gary Matthews. He's doubled. Came around the score back in the 4th. Grounded out the other 2 times. And that's going to be against the righty, 19. It's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And again, Griffey makes the catch. 2 fly balls to right, 2 outs. And let's see what old Jeff can do here. He is 2 for 3. He has an RBI double and a homer and grounded out the short his other time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. 1, 2, 3 goes the Braves. To the top of the 9th we go. It's a 3-1 ball game. I have a pitch hitter here for Seaver. Then we're back to the top of the order. So he's going to come off the bench here. They might bring out Mr. Morgan, try to get him on base.
Morgan.
Lefty.
Oh, that's right. Junior Kennedy's playing second. I was wondering who's playing second, then I realized it was Kennedy. Morgan on the bench.
Yep. So Joe's going to come off the bench here, see if he can get something started. And Joe's batting .216 on the year, 5 homers and 19 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And Barry boots that one. That's going to be an E5. And that'll put the runner down at first.
Whoops.
So now you got a runner down at first, nobody out. And Pete Rose comes to the plate. Braves looking for a double play ball. That'll get the bullpen up.
Tying run at the plate.
Yeah, time run at the plate's correct. Pete's 1 for 3 with a double and came around to score in the 4th. Struck out his other 2 times up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Matthews got that one. Camps under, makes the catch for out number 1. And Griffey comes to the plate here. And Griffey is 1 for 3 with an RBI double back in the 4th. And he is flown out and grounded out. And he gets a hold of this one, folks.
Uh-oh.
See where this one lands at. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And that run means absolutely nothing. So Morgan's going to put on the brakes, stop at second. So now you got first and second.
1 out.
With Concepcion up. And this is probably going to be, well, they'll probably let him pitch to George. And then they'll probably bring in a lefty if he gets to that far. If he can't get out of this with Concepcion and George. So first and second. 1 out. See if the Braves can get a ground ball here in turn 2. Davies grounded out to short twice. Dan lined out to second. And that's not going to work. That's going to be an 18. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And Morgan's going to score easily.
Whoa.
And Griffey's probably going to get on down the 3rd easily, too, with no throw. Let's see.
First to third, still 1 out, 1 in.
59.
Damn.
That's a 32 plus a 19. Yep, it's going to be first and third and 1 out. And that's probably, well, they'll let him pitch to George. Honor. First gets 2. And now you got first and third. Tying run down at third. They're going to bring the infield in, try to cut the run off. George is 0 for 3. He is flown out, grounded out, and struck out.
Damn.
Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Is it going to be deep enough to scoring is the question. So probably 56, I'd say so.
That's going to tie your game, it looks like.
Yep. So it's going to be a 56. Yep. Minus a 32 plus 19. Yeah, he's going to score with no throw, a sacrifice fly. And this ball game's tied up. Let's see. When's Dick due up? He's not due up for a while. So Skull's going to come in the game and pitch to the lefty. That's it for Dick. That is it for Dick. He can't get the job done.
Dick couldn't get it done.
Gives up 2 runs here in the 9th. Where are you at? There you are. First, just activated today. First appearance of the year.
Who's pitching?
Craig Skull. He pitched in 43 games. He's 3-2 with a 4.35 ERA in 78. Can he keep this a tie ball game and give the Braves a chance in the bottom of the 9th? And Dreesen's 0 for 3. He has struck out and grounded out twice. And that's going to be against the lefty. 10 on an 8. And that's going to be a base hit, I believe. 10 on an 8. Yep, that's going to be a base hit in the left field. And it's still first and second now. 2 outs. And another lefty's up. Mike Lum. And Mike is 0 for 3. He has struck out, grounded out, and flown out. And that'll do it. That's a ground ball down the Cheney. He'll go the short way over to second. But the Reds score 2 and tie this ball game up.
Bottom of the 9th.
Got the switch hitter. And then 2 righties coming up. Let's see, who do we want to go with? Who hasn't pitched? They used the bullpen a little bit in this series. Check it out here. Pedro pitched at 7.
Bourbon? We getting Bourbon in this game?
He pitched to 7 batters. Manny pitched to 5 batters. I'd go with Manny.
Manny Sarmiento?
Yeah, but he pitched back-to-back games. This will be his 4th game in a row. He's not pitching.
You might want to put Bourbon in there. Bourbon might be your best odds. Yeah. Then again, you said he pitched to 5.
7 batters last
7
game.
Batters.
Yeah. So that's who we're going to go with. Let's see what happens here.
I could pull up the Reds bullpen right now and tell you who you got if they're available.
Yeah, their bullpen ain't very good. The only decent pitcher they got out in that bullpen is Doug Bear.
Yeah, Doug Bear.
Yeah. That bullpen is shaky for him to say the
Mike Lacoste.
Huh?
Mike Lacoste.
He's starting.
Oh, he's starting.
Yeah, probably. He's not available. He's not on the roster if he isn't.
Okay, go ahead.
I got the cards separated.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Pedro's 29th appearance. He's 3-3 with 2 saves and a 3.78 ERA. He'll be facing Pocoroba, Murphy, and Bunnell. Biff's 1 for 3 with a double back in the 6th. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Biff out for out number 1.
I kind of hope this game goes well. This is fun.
Thank you.
Not too long, but
Old Murph's 0 for 3. He has popped up, grounded out, and struck out. Can the Murph in this game, folks? Nope, that's going to be a deep fly ball to center field. Mike's got it for out number 2. So it's up to Barry Bunnell to keep this 9th inning going here. He's 1 for 3. He singled back in the 6th. And that's going to be another fly ball out the right field. Griffey's got it. The Braves go down 1, 2, 3. Extras. Read all
about it.
We're in the 10th inning here, folks.
No dinner plans. We're going to extras.
You got the bottom part of the order due up. Kennedy, Warner, and a pitch hitter. And Kennedy's 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jerry. He fires over to Murph for out number 1. And Warner's up now. And Warner's 0 for 3. He's flown out to all three outfielders, right, left, and center. And that's going to be another fly ball. This one out to Matthews. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 10th. Now we're going to have a pitch hitter here. See who's going to come off the bench here.
You got Auerbach. You've got Geronimo. Champ Summers.
And I think it's going to be Archibald's going to come off the bench.
Archibald?
The righty.
Who's Archibald? Or am I thinking of someone else?
So old Rick's going to come off the bench here
Rick
and see what he
Auerbach.
can do. He is batting .261 on the year. He's got a homer and 2 RBIs. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be against the lefty. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. And the Reds are still alive here in the top of the 10th. So now there's 2 outs, a runner on at first, and back to Pete Rose. And Rose is 1 for 4. He had a double and came around the score in the 4th. And that's going to be a pop-up down the 3rd. Bunnell's got it. Makes the catch after he screwed up with that error and helped them score 2 runs in the 9th. And now we go to the bottom of the 10th. Manny's going to come out and pitch now.
Sarmiento.
And
That
facing the bottom part of the order for the Braves. Let's see what happens here in the 10th. Manny comes out to pitch. We'll have Cheney, a pitch hitter, and then back to Royster. Where's Manny at? There he is.
I'm looking at your Braves roster from '78. You got Jim Bouton on your roster. I was just looking at him.
Yeah. All righty, you got Cheney up. He's 0 for 2. He has flown out, struck out, and walked, and came around the score in the 5th. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Braves will take it. Cheney walks on down the 1st. And the winning run's down at 1st. We're going to have a pitch hitter here. And it's probably going to be Bell coming off the bench here, the switch hitter. Or do we go with Office? And we're going to go with Office. Roland's going to come off the bench here. See what Roland can do.
Roland Office. Later would play with the Montreal Expos.
Yeah, you got it.
I think he was an Expo.
So a runner down at 1st. Let's see here. He's going to take off and try to get in scoring position. Only one ahead, but 5. Nope, he can't steal. All right, so Office is up, batting .320 on the year. He's got 2 homers and 14 RBIs. And here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be a fly ball out to George and left for out number 1. So we are back to the top of the order, and Jerry Royster. And he gets something done here, folks, with 1 out and a runner down at 1st. Royster is 0 for 4. He has struck out, flown out, and grounded out. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be an 8 on an 8. That should be a base hit in the left field. And it is. So now you got 1st and 2nd, and still only 1 out.
The game winner's 180 feet away.
What's that?
The game winner's 180 feet away. Let's see what Brian can do.
That's something. Brian's 1 for 4 with an RBI double back in the 5th. A single May scored, Cheney. He's got all right speed down there at 2nd. Here's the pitch to Brian. And that ball is well struck. Let's see, that ball is hit in the left field. And they're going to send him. I know Foster's got a decent arm, but with 1 out, they're sending him. So that'll be
that might do it. This game might be in the books.
minus a 32 plus a 11. He's actually going to score with. No way.
Holy
throwing him
shit.
out. That's an RBI game-winning base hit in the left field. And the Braves win this in the bottom of the 10th, 4-3, and squeak one game out in this series. Nice ball game.
In the clutch.
Jerry Royster with the game-winning hit. Brian Asselton with the game-winning hit. Let's take a look at the box score here, folks. Braves finally get a victory against these Reds. Because I think the Reds swept them when they was in Cincinnati.
They did.
That should be a walk-off here. That's what that should be. Yep, a walk-off. And Braves, 4 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. The Reds, 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors. Griffey was 2 for 4. He was the only Red with a multiple hit game. You had the Reds 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position, and he left 4 men on base. And the Braves, you had Asselton was 2 for 5 with the game-winning RBI. And Jeff Burris was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs too. So those two drove in all 4 runs. And the Braves were 4 for 10 with runners in scoring position. They only left 4 men on base. Tom Seaver, he gets a no decision, goes 8 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 3, and gave up the homer. And Pedro goes 1 inning, gives up a strikeout. And Manny drops to 0-3, a third of an inning, 2 hits, and 1 run and 1 walk. Dick Rubin goes to 8 2/3, 4 hits. The costly error in the 9th inning let 2 unearned runs score, 3 runs total, 1 earned run, 7 strikeouts. Craig Skoll comes in, just called up, goes 1 1/3, picks up the win. 2 hits, no runs, no walks or strikeouts. Now let's finish this up. This will end the month of May in the National League. And the first game in the National League is going to be the Giants and the Astros in Houston.
Ooh, the Dome.
Mr. Blue's on the mound for the Giants, one of the few Giants I ever liked.
By the Blue.
Yeah. And the Astros win. Let's see what the star is. And there's another walk-off, second walk-off of the day. Let's see how many innings that went. And that went 10 innings. The Astros, 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Giants, 2 runs, 8 hits, and no error. So the Giants out-hit them, but couldn't outscore them. And now we got the Padres traveling to L.A. to take on the Dodgers. See what happens out here in sunny California.
Chavez Ravine.
Yeah, old Fernando Valenzuela passed away today.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, 63 years old.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The Dodgers, 8 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. The Padres, 4 runs, 12 hits, and no errors.
Yo.
Old Garvey had a hell of a game, 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs and a homer. And now you got the Cubbies traveling up to Montreal to take on the Expos.
Expos.
And the Expos will win a tight game. 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors. The Cubbies, 1 run on 11 hits and no errors.
Wow.
Hit them 11-3 and lose the game.
And only got 1 run out of it.
Only 1 run out of that. Ain't that crazy?
That's
1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Left 12 men on base.
Jeez.
Cubbies were 0 for 0 with runners in scoring position. Only left 2 men on base. It was a home run by Valentine. Must have been a 2-run shot.
Must have.
In the game. Yeah, crazy. Crazy game there. Yep, a 2-run shot in the 5th, a leadoff walk, and then the homer wins the game. That is crazy.
Phone in the offense. It's over.
Yeah.
Shit.
And now you got the Cardinals taking on the Mets in New York City. See if St. Louis can win this game up in New York.
Damn, those stinking Mets.
Yeah, I'm not a Mets fan.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals win a close one, 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. The Mets 1 run, 8 hits, and no errors. And the last game here on May 31st, the last game of May, is the Pirates traveling to Philadelphia, the Battle of Pennsylvania. You got the Candyman on the mound.
The Candyman, is that the
John Candelaria.
John Candelaria? Go ahead.
And the Phillies win 5 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. The Pirates 2 runs, 9 hits, so they out-hit them, couldn't outscore them, and 2 errors.
Let's take
a look at the leaderboard and standings after May's over here. So you got the Expos leading the Phillies and Pirates by 2.5 games at the end of May. The Cubbies are 3.5 games back. The Mets are 10 games back. And the Cardinals are 15 games back. Yeah, exactly. And out west, the Dodgers got a 4.5 game lead over the Giants. Astros are 6 games back. Padres are 9. Reds are 10. And the poor Braves are 12 games back.
Damn, the Expos leading the East? Get out of here.
They got a good team that year.
Dawson,
Steve Rogers and them.
Marty,
yeah.
Cash.
Bill Buckner's now leading the National League with a 355 over the 2 Astros, Cabell and Cruz at 353. George is still leading the National League with his 13 homers, and he picked up RBI number 49 in the game.
Wow.
And on the mound, you got Jim Barr leading with a 1.64 ERA, Steve Rogers with his 8 wins, and Raleigh Fingers with his 8 saves. And you got Foster leading in the MVP race, and Steve Rogers in the Cy Young.
Who does Fingers play for in 78?
He's with San Diego.
Oh, the Padres.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, you got him and Winfield and all out there. It's not a bad team.
Who do the Braves play next?
I believe they're going to head to Pittsburgh. I think that's what I said, didn't I?
You said the Reds are going to go play the Pirates. No, they go home to host the Pirates for 3. Then
they're going to the Cubbies, playing the Cubbies.
Oh, the Cubs.
Yep.
I assume at home, or you?
No, they're going to play the Cubbies.
Going to Wrigley.
Yep.
Ooh.
Let's see, the next game on the channel, I'm only going to do 1 game. That'll finish up the month of May for the American League. That'll be the Orioles at the Yankees.
Ooh.
Flanagan against Figaro.
That'll
finish up May for the American League, and then I'll probably be getting back into the bats. I want to thank Aaron Reed for joining us here. And Philip Reynolds, didn't see you. Sorry, bud. Philip joined us. Check out his great channel. Check out Aaron Reed's channel. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. And on your way out, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, you all have a great day and take care.